Forge picks up where Chains left off. So what I did is that the prologue literally picks up where Chains left off. So I thought I might read that and then a little bit deeper into the story. And this book is told by Isabel's friend, Curzon. This is the boy book. The prelude is dated Sunday, January the 19th, 1777. You know how I open all these chapters with primary source quotes? This one comes from that lovely book that changed our world called Common Sense, written by Thomas Paine. And Mr. Paine wrote, quote, "We have it in our power to begin the world over again. The birthday of a new world is at hand." "Can you walk?" someone asked me. I blinked against the bright light and squinted. I was sitting in a rowboat, half pulled onto a snowy riverbank. The cold was a beast gnawing at my fingers and toes. I closed my eyes and struggled to think past the ice cluttering my head. This is a fantastical dream created by my fever. In truth, I'm still a prisoner of war in the Bridewell. I sniffed. The air here was cold, but clean, without the stink of jailed men and death. No matter, 'tis still a dream. I drifted back toward sleep. "Curzon!" Someone twisted my ear. "I beg you!" I flinched and rose out of sleep. "Open your eyes," the voice commanded. "We must hurry away from here." I blinked again. Before me sat a girl, her right cheek scarred by a branding iron, her eyes swollen with fatigue. 'Twas Isabel, who was my friend. I blinked for the third time and took a deep breath. Isabel's hands lay in her lap, bleeding from torn blisters. The handles of both oars were blood-stained where she'd gripped them. Like a flint hitting steel, a memory sparked, then flared. Isabel had freed me from the Bridewell. She'd rowed a boat, this ancient boat, all night long. Rowed us away from Manhattan, the British Army, and those who owned us. The memory exploded. We are free. I stood, legs quivering, heart pounding, heart leaping. "You did it!" "How?" "No, don't matter. Country, you did it!" She shook her head violently, pulled me back down to my seat, a shaky fingers on her lips to quiet me. "Hush." "But it's wondrous," I said, voice low. "Is it not?" "Yes," she whispered. "No." The wind swirled a veil of snow between us. "Perhaps." "Do you know of a safe house hereabouts?" I asked. "The names of folk who would help us?" "No," she said. "There was no time for planning. We must head for Charleston. If we walk 10 miles a day, we ought to be there by April." "Charleston? Why?" "That's where Ruth is." I knew then that her mind had been addled by the exertions of our escape. Isabel's little sister had been sold away to the islands. The child was likely dead, but I could not say this to Isabel, not right then. The river gurgled and tugged, trying to pull the boat back into the current. I clutched at the sides of the unsteady craft and shivered. Isabel had brought us thus far. Now it was up to me. But how? We were escaped slaves, half froze and exhausted. We needed to warm ourselves, sleep, and eat, but above all, we had to stay hidden. The business of returning or selling runaways was profitable for both redcoats and rebels. I tallied our advantages: a few coins, food enough for a few meals. Disadvantages: no horse, no gun, no one to trust. A large piece of ice floated down the river as the second truth crackled in me. This freedom could kill us. Yeah, that's okay. Don't go to the clap. Don't know if it's good or if it sucks.